YouTube page, we've posted more video of Spooner the dog in action.
Well, certainly there's always been company politics, but now we're seeing a lot of companies getting involved in the politics in Washington, D.C. But there are some things CEOs need to consider before making their own opinions known.
Many companies and executives have decided to take a political stance, from retailers taking Ivanka Trump's products off the shelves to companies pledging to hire refugees and immigrants in response to the president's travel ban. But how does this affect the company's image, employees, and stock? I sat down with Ken Winans, who is a local portfolio manager, investment analyst, and Wall Street history buff, about what he thinks.
I am concerned. As an American, you have a right to express your opinion. But if they're doing it as a CEO of a company, have you considered the other stakeholders in these companies, such as shareholders, the employees, the customers? And by the way, many of those customers might be government agencies, state, federal, county level.
He talks about historical perspective on corporations and politics.
Let's go back to the Bush-Gore election. In many ways, worse than this one. It was down to Florida with a few hundred votes. But there was the destination of one of America's great corporations was at stake, Microsoft. I wonder if Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer had made comments during the election, there was talk of them being broken up by antitrust. That might have happened with the Bush administration.
Ken Winans has written books on the politics of investing and says history tells the story of how taking a political stance or speaking out against the White House administration can have lasting effects on a company and even an entire industry.
At the turn of the last century, John Rockefeller made his feelings known very clearly about how he felt about Theodore Roosevelt. Well, guess what happened? The federal government took down the most powerful man in the world, John Rockefeller, broke his empire up.
He cites a famous quote dating back to the Bible and reiterated by many leaders over time. With the position of wealth and power comes great responsibility.
Ken joined us now this morning to talk about it. We've heard Under Armour CEO. We've heard, Nordstrom's dropping Ivanka Trump. A lot of people vote with their dollar.
They do, and that is the concern, and that's what he brings up, is you also have a lot of people working for these companies, investing in these companies, and so what you say, good or bad, can affect your whole entire company. And he brought up the example of, for instance, the travel ban and immigration. For a CEO to go to his or her employees and say, hey, we have your back, we want to make sure you're not sent on a plane and away from here, we're going to help you, versus just coming out as a blanket statement against the immigration ban or the travel ban or immigration policies. It tells a very different story for other people who might not agree with you.
Why wouldn't a CEO, just knowing that whatever he says is going to alienate half of his customers, because we are a divided country,
we are,
just keep his political opinions to his or herself?
It's a very interesting question, and it's kind of surprising because I think this is, along with this White House administration and some of the policies, it's sort of precedent setting. We haven't had a president so involved with corporate ties, and then we haven't had companies speaking out so vocally as often.
Just seems like everyone's a little bit more aggressive, and CEOs are like, if you don't like what I'm saying, don't be a shareholder.
Hit the road.
Right. And part of it is social media, right? The word gets out quickly, much quicker than it used to.
Thank you very much. According to